How's it going, folks? Welcome to a brand new album review. Today's episode is Curse of Existence, the 7th studio album by Miss May I, out now on Sharptone Records. Miss May I are a melodic metalcore band hailing from Ohio with a bit of a name for themselves in the scene, with early releases such as Apologies for the Weak and Monument. They really cemented themselves in the early 2010s metalcore scene. But it was with 2012's At Heart, a personal favorite of mine, where they really shined. And with 3 albums since then, and a near consistent lineup throughout, and now a 5-year gap since their latest release, 2017's Deathless, how does this new album fare, and was it worth the wait? Personally, I would say so. This album picks up right where they left off, as if they hadn't skipped a beat. With melodic licks all over the record and blazing choruses from racist Ryan Neff, it's easy to get lost in the catchy nature of the material being handed to you. But nothing screams Miss May I, no pun intended, like the shrieks of harsh vocalist Levi Benton, who in my opinion has one of the most recognizable vocals in the game. With the vocals just passing through much of the verses with ease and such enjoyability, the riffs on this record are also very, very chuggy in that classic metalcore way, but this is in no way a downside. The drum work is also a major highlight of the record, with Jared Boyd blasting away through songs like Bleed Together and Unconquered, some of the teaser singles off this record. This album is by no means perfect, though, as in there are some very few negatives. But I won't ramble too much about the negatives, since there aren't too many glaring ones, but they just cannot be ignored. First and foremost, if you're not an avid metalcore fan, you'll probably feel like the songs have a huge similarity to each other, whether it be structure or sound, or heck, even production. Metalcore is one of those genres that has a wide net of bands that just kind of hit on the same old formula over and over and over again, which can be done right, but most get lost in the midst of other bands perfecting it. Miss May I are no major exceptions to the rule, as this album doesn't break any new ground or do anything new for the scene, whether for the band themselves or the scene. It's just kind of a par for the course album for them. This is just who they are. This is nothing particularly different, no experimentation, just classic melodic metalcore with a slightly modern touch to it. But that is not entirely a bad thing, since this one-trick pony type sound works to the band's strengths. In conclusion, Miss May I's return after 5 years brings a great yet standard album from the Ohio band who knows a thing or two about melody. Impressive vocals from both Levi and Ryan, to the drum work, guitars, and bass. This album proves Miss May I belongs in the scene and is finally welcomed back with open arms after such a long gap. Miss May I's Curse of Existence gets an 8.5 out of 10. Let me know what you think of the album, if you loved it or hated it. Tune in next time when I take on another band with a 5-year album gap.